Hello friends, it's Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How you doing today? Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me. I'm here with this month's Craft Your Stash cards, which is a collab with Deb Houck's Crafty Cottage. And there are several of us that are participating in this year-long for 2020 collab, and we've been doing videos once a month since January. So what this is we're just making cards from things we already have. That's, you know, what the title says, Craft Your Stash, and it's all about cards, right? So every month I've been, giving you ideas and coming up with ideas and things, and it's been a really fun project. So this month I wanted to do something different. I was kind of on a Christmas kick, and I still am, as far as I wanted to make some cards each month for the last, I think I did it the last 2 months. And I figured if I made 4 cards every month, 4 Christmas cards, I've have plenty of Christmas cards by the time I need to send out Christmas cards. But this month I wanted to do something different. So what I did was something pretty fun. I think you'll like it. I got out my Daphne's Diary magazine. Here it is right here. I'm working with it. And it's one I already took apart and used some of it. So it was already taken apart. I didn't take apart a new one, which nothing wrong with taking apart a new one, but this was a new one at one point. But a couple years I got a subscription to Daphne's Diary, really to make journals. And then Daphne said we can't use her magazine to make journals that we're going to sell. And that's what I wanted to do. So now, if you did the same thing as me, and you have all these Daphne's Diary magazines sitting on your shelf, and you still would like to do something with them, this is what I did with this one. And I think they work out really well for this. I made some cards. So I'm going to make one with you, but I'm going to show you these 4 that I already made. So this was the first one. This is 2 pieces. And these are just going to be blank cards, so that when I need a card for whatever, I can get out one of these blank cards. I can write a happy birthday message in here, get well, thank you, whatever I need. So if you know Daphne's Diary, I'll give you an example right here. They have beautiful pages in here. Like, you could look at it. Most of them are not shiny. You might find a shiny page here and there. And it doesn't even matter if they are shiny. If you have another magazine, you don't have Daphne's Diary. If you just have a magazine that you love, look through it and see if there's any good background pages. Like, this could be scrapbook paper right here. It's a magazine page. Like, here's another one. Now, this was a little coloring or a little activity book that was included with one of the magazines. But still, look at these pages. They look kind of like, you could look at them like scrapbook paper. So that's what this was, this green background, pretty leafy, has leafy vines on it. And then there was another page, a couple of pages that had birdhouses. And there was even a little bird at the bottom of this green page that I didn't, I had to cut this to fit on here. And so I said, well, maybe I'll cover up the bird, or then I cut out this little birdhouse to put on here. I was like, oh, that little bird can just stay right there. He's sitting next to the birdhouse. So I think that one turned out really cute. I just fussy cut this part out and glued it down. You can use glue stick or whatever glue you like. I did use art glitter glue here, and it didn't make any wrinkles or anything. I did put a very light, not coat or anything, just, how it makes the little, little squiggles. I just made very thin, very light squiggles on the back of this and this, the birdhouse, and I glued it together, and there you go. I have a pretty card. So let's see, the next one I made was this one. This flowery part was the background that I used, and then this was a bird on a birdhouse. This is 2 little birds poking their little heads and their little beaks out of the birdhouse. So it's, it's just what you like, pick what you like, and that what you'll think you'll use and send out to your friends or whatever. So I thought that turned out cute with the little birds peeking out there. This was the next one I made, and there was a page full of, it was a little activity. You're supposed to make a bird, like a bird picture but it was a page full of, these are feathers, blue, different shades of blue feathers in the background here. So I cut a piece out to fit on the card. And then this was the project here. There were bird pieces, other bird pieces where you're supposed to cut out the bird body and the bird head and other, parts of the bird and make a pretty bird picture. And so, I had my feather background. I cut the body out, and the body was longer, but it had this like chevron almost pattern here on it. So I just cut along the chevron, fussy cut that bird body out. And I actually popped it up. This is kind of 3D. I had some of these in my stash. I never used them. And I thought, these really are, everybody uses these for cards. I should try it. So I did. I popped up the body with just 2 of those little pop-up stickers. They're double-sided. Put one down here and one on the head. And then I cut out the head that was separate, for this little activity you're supposed to do, and pop that up. So it's got 2 pop-ups. So I think that turned out super cute. Another, you have to be careful of the beak. It's a little delicate, but still super cute, right? This was the 4th one. This was an artist that makes these little sculptures right here. And so this is 3 layers. First of all, I saw this beautiful background on a page, and I cut that out. And I was just going to pop this little sculpture on there, and then it kind of almost blended into the background too much. And right next to this page, included in these pages was this yellow part here. It looks like wrinkled paper. It's not wrinkled, it's flat, but it almost, that's what it's supposed to look like in the magazine, wrinkled paper. So I cut a piece of that out, rounded the corners, and used that as a little backdrop for this little sculpture here. And this is a little sculpture person reading a book. Isn't that cute? There we go. I have a little, cute little card. So I thought we'd do the 4th one. I've kind of been making 4 cards a month, and pretty much, so this is my next victim here. And here's I'm just using white cardstock for my background. I actually, tonight, what I did was take an 8.5 by 11 to get my sizes. I just was like, I don't want to waste any paper. I don't want to make any scraps. So I just took 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock, cut it in half, and then folded each half. So I have basically, I had a piece from last month, and then I had 2 more pieces. Oh, so I'm making 5 this month. Yes. So then I'm going to take this, which is going to be my new background, and figure out where I want it to be. And I already have something to put on top of this, but I'll show you. I just kind of go like this and have a tiny, on these I'm having a tiny little border edge here of the white cardstock. So I'm just kind of measuring like this, no rulers needed. And I make a little fold. This is how I do my junk journals a lot of times too. I just make a little fold where I'm going to cut. And I just cut here on the fold. I kind of look at the rest of the paper too. Am I cutting anything? I think everything's going to be all right. For the rest of the paper, if I want to use it on something else, because I'm really just cutting off this top corner here, which is right here. See, here we go. And then I'm going to measure my bottom cut like this, make a little fold. I'm not folding all the way across because I just, that's not how I usually do it. I just kind of make a little fold over here on the edge, so I know I need to cut right there. And I put that on my cutter and cut right there. Okay, and now we have a pretty little backdrop. I think it was this piece here. Okay, so we'll go ahead and glue that on with my art glitter glue. So yeah, I hope, this collab has been so fun, because I never made cards before this, and I was like, I think that would be fun. And it has been a challenge for me because, like I said, I never made cards before. And sometimes I just get a little, like, it seems like I do best, like, under pressure. Like, I wait till the last minute every month, it seems like. The night before, like, I'm doing this the night before I'm posting this. And every month it seems like that's when I come up with my best ideas, like under pressure. Like, you got to do this or not do it, Sherry, at this point. You know what I mean? So, yeah. maybe if Deb does the collab next year, if you want to join in and put yourself under that pressure to make yourself do it, yeah, you should try it. You should totally try it because it's been a lot of fun. And I really came up with some pretty cards that I never would have made if I didn't join the collab. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Let me get this. This is my next piece that I'm going to put on top of there. We're going to see how this works out. I had a couple of different plans for this one, and then this kind of, when I saw this pretty paper right here with the flowers, I thought that would be such a pretty background. I really, really, really want to use that one. And I'm going to see if I can put this on top, do more of what makes you happy. So it has this in the way, this ruler, and this, whatever that is, piece of tape or something. So I have to cut that off. Let's cut this way first. Yeah, I'm going to cut, there's a little pink border around this, so I'm going to see. I don't know if I need to cut that off yet, so let's see how this comes out. I'm keeping all my scraps with this magazine so that next time I want to do something with it, I'll have all the scraps and the magazine all together. These are not going in my scrap box. So I'm going to cut right next to this on both sides. There's a little word here too, example. Like, why did you do that, Daphne? I don't want that there. It would be so perfect if that wasn't in the way. But yeah, so I'll just cut it off. I'm cutting right beside the example. Let's see how it comes out. Yeah, I was hoping it would be a little bigger, but I didn't. I don't want that example on there, that word. Okay, I need to cut the top off here. Right above that little pink border. I'm going to try to keep most of the pink border. I mean, it'll look fine. Do more of what makes you happy. Let's see how it looks without rounding corners. I think I want to round the corners. Yes, I do. I want to round the corners. Kind of like if you have squared off corners and then put something with rounded corners on top of it, or vice versa. If you have rounded corners up here and then put squared off corners, just that contrast of that I think is looks nice. Okay, yeah. Let me make sure here that I don't want to do anything else. Let me look here for a second. Anything else that I want to use? I don't think so. I was just thinking if it had something behind it, like something pink, but it would need to be like, here's something pink, but it would need to be more solid. Let's see. Let me just make sure real quick. Why not, right? We got a few minutes here. Let me just look. I think that'll be fine. I just want to make sure there's nothing else here that I can use, like a pink background, more solid. I don't see anything right off. Let's see. Nope, that's not solid. Not enough pink solid. There's some pink solid, but not enough. Well, maybe let's just look at this real quick. A piece, like a stripe, or a strip. Let me cut this off and see what this looks like. Okay, this might be just what I need here. Like something like that. See, you set it off. Okay, does it look good? It looks good totally under it. So cut about right there. And I might cut 2 of those. Crafting cards on the fly here. Now sometimes it's just while you're crafting, you might have a plan and you're like, oh, I need something else. Or, something different or whatever. That's what crafting's all about, right? Okay, so something like this. And then this. See, that looks better, right? And do we want something on the other side too? I think or maybe on the top. Something like that. You know what I could do is, I like it like that, but over here I need something. So I'm going to cut a little banner end here. I think that would look good. So I just cut it to make a banner. If you haven't made one before, you just cut a little slit in the middle and then cut both sides down like an arrow down to your slit. And there you have a little banner end. Well, let me, that's, yeah, it's not even, hold on. There we go. That looks better. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Banner ends don't have to be perfect. Okay, so it's going to go like this. That looks better, right? A little kind of background there. Okay, we are going for it. I just want to make sure I get this in the right spot, though. Let's see, about right there. Kind of like in the middle, but, well, okay, a little bit higher. About right there. Okay, yeah, I think so. Doesn't have to be perfect, but, you know, kind of wanted to, I want to do the best I can, right? So I'm going to put it, let me put something here. I'm going to put it right below that. Right there. That's not where that's going, but I'm just putting that there so I can know where to put this. Okay. I mean, I wouldn't want to get out my pencil and ruler. Wouldn't want to do that right now. No, I'm joking. I probably should get it out, but I don't want to. It's not necessary. Okay, here we go. We have our little strip. Now this one's going to go right on top of that, like that, and then a little saying or quote's going to go on top of that. And we'll have another card. Probably putting too much glue on here. Okay, and this one's overlapping that one, just like that. So just using every month. This collab is all about using your stash to make cards. Okay. Putting some thinner glue lines on here. I didn't need that much on those two pieces. Okay. It's just paper. Okay, let's get this in the right spot. I think that looks good and straight. All right. 5 very different cards, but very pretty, right? So let me show you. Let me get this out of the way real quick and show you my cards that we made this month. And I hope you got some inspiration. You'll dig through your stuff. Whatever, Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving, you know, generic, whatever you have, and, you know, make some cards because it's super fun and they don't have to be complicated. You don't have to use rubber stamps. You don't have to, you know, get out a bunch of stuff. Just get out a magazine and some cardstock and some glue and some scissors, and that's all you need for these. Okay, so here they are. Aren't they cute? Alrighty, I hope you enjoyed it, and you'll make some cards. So I'll let you go now. Thanks for watching. Happy crafting, and I'll see y'all next time.